On the rugged coast of southern Tasmania lies Port Arthur, once known as the inescapable prison. Built in the 1800s, this remote penal settlement held Australia's toughest convicts. But did anyone ever escape Port Arthur?
No convict must ever be called by his name.
For most convicts, escaping Port Arthur was unthinkable.
Rule 22.
But there was one story that became legend. In 1839, Martin Cash and two others, Lawrence Kavanagh and George Jones, hatched a plan and they did the impossible. After hiding food and supplies, they slipped past guards and walked approximately 15 kilometres to Eagle Hawk Neck and the infamous Dog Line. Here, Cash, Jones and Kavanagh made a brave and bold decision. To avoid the ferocious dogs, they decided to swim the short distance across the shark-infested waters of Eagle Hawk Bay. By the time they reached shore, they'd lost their supplies and were completely naked, freezing cold. But they'd escaped and quickly vanished into the Tasmanian wilderness. In the aftermath, the trio robbed homesteads and inns for about 6 months, becoming known as the Cash & Co Bushrangers. Cash was eventually captured and sentenced to death for killing one of his pursuers. At the 11th hour, Cash's fate was reconsidered and he was sent to Norfolk Island to serve 10 years. He was later pardoned and returned to Tasmania, moved to Christchurch, New Zealand, before returning back to Tasmania and dying at the age of 67 in Glenorchy, just outside Hobart. As for Kavanagh and Jones, George Jones was convicted of armed robbery and hanged in Hobart in 1844. Lawrence Kavanagh, who along with Cash was sent to Norfolk Island, but could never stay out of trouble, and after trying to strike a mutiny with other prisoners, was executed by hanging in 1846. To experience our full Port Arthur adventure, hit the link in the description. Tasmania in 7 days, Australia's most underrated escape.